All right, welcome back. It's Kevin once again. This is like the ninth take. It's been a long time since I made a video, so I keep trying to make something sound cool, but I'm not cool. So let's just run with it. We're doing these 5-packs that you see here. French Pro Set, 93, 94 Fleer Ultra, the USA version, 269 back in the day. I can't even imagine spending that back then. 91 quarterbacks, exclusive from Domino's. Could be something cool in there. Jim Kelly, maybe. 93 Classics Future Basketball. Don't even remember seeing these ever. My local card shop had these a couple weeks ago, and I was like, dude, I'm not going to pass up on a weird shaped pack. Like, let's check that out. And High Series Upper Deck, which not the one that would have the Ted Williams auto, but could have the Johnny Bench and Joe Morgan. I believe those were autoed. Either way, if you're watching the video, shoot, I don't remember, maybe 6 months ago, I did pull from Low Series 36 of 36 Ted Williams, which typically is the card that he signs. Mine wasn't signed. So if we don't have anything cool there, we're going to take one randomly selected pack from this one. I have 3 of these sealed, and I just want to find a Ted Williams. So that'll be that. We'll check that out soon. Maybe. If we get like an autographed Jim Kelly here or an autographed Michael Jordan here, then yeah, that wax box is going to stay there. Let it appreciate another $2 over the next 40 years. Enough chit-chatting. Let's get into it. I feel like I've already been talking for like 9 minutes. I'll have to be sure to edit some of this out. So Pro Set, undoubtedly I bought these because these were actually in a box sitting up in my mom's attic. So most likely bought these from TNT Furniture Strippers in Hyde Park, New York. I can still smell the wood stains that they would use. The guy was just a card fan, so half of his shop was fixing people's furniture. The other half was selling people baseball cards and hockey cards. He was the only one that sold hockey cards. My local shop, which also wasn't an actual card shop, but a beer and discount store. Oh, Steve Eisman, check that out. It was, beer and discount was their actual name. Jacques Plant. You know, I was going to say Bernie. I was like, that's not Bernie Perrant, obviously. And, St. Patty. Oh, check that out. That is pretty. Pro Set, you know, they rocked it. Everybody except for Topps pretty much made awesome cards most of the time. I think Donruss sucked too, but they were fun to have because they were cheap. These companies that were just innovating, how did nobody say, you know what? Yeah, let's merge together. Let's figure out, Pat Jablonski. Verbeek. So we got Pats on the front and the back. It's rare there. It's easier to see when the light's bouncing off. And again, Fleer Ultra was a dope set too. I love that feeling. Mike Leonard Druzy. Dirk Graham. Castle. It's going to be hard for you guys to see the names, I just realized. Or for us to both see the names simultaneously. Peter Bondra, he goes in the stack. Oh, another Patty. You know what? And I can't believe for these being 20, can't do the math fast enough, 31 years old, how nice the corners are. Mike Richter, hate the Rangers, but you know what? The older I get, the more respect I have for people like Mike Richter. My brain has blocked his name out. I can still see him lifting the cup as the tears welled up in my eyes. Being an Islander fan in 1994 was not fun. And not that it ever is fun. Oh, we got double Pat Jablonski. We got Pat Jablonski mid-deck, Pat Jablonski on the back. Would have been dope if one of those was a Mano Riom, but it's not. Mike Gardner. The guy, you know who I'm talking about, Messier. Thank you. You know, I hated him as an Islander fan as a kid. As an adult now, you look back and you're like, it's awesome that I got to see him play, to see him lift the cup, despite the fact that it wasn't my team. In fact, the antithesis of my team, being in New York and then having to go to school the next day and deal with all the excitement of mostly people who have never seen a hockey game before, but their dads most likely did, and they were watching the game the night prior. So that was just upsetting. You know what? What do we think? All right, we'll go with High Series because there's a low chance of anything in here being cool. And since I would imagine most people watching have never seen these as I have not, it'd be more fun to hold off on those. Always got too excited opening the upper deck. But those foil packs, man, you know what? Repping it like there's going to be something worth more than 10 cents in here. Oh, here's a pro tip. Don't send any upper deck from the early 90s into COM-C. For some reason, I've done it 4 times in a row thinking, oh, maybe the market will shift. It's not. It's not going to shift. So I pay 50 cents plus it's probably about 3 cents per card shipping when I send in a big bulk lot. And then I end up dumping them off for like 45 cents a piece. But still, I mean, somebody gets them. It's weird to say that as, you know, there's a business side of me and then there's also the nostalgic baseball card collecting side of me. So for me to lose 5 cents for you to get a card, it's not that big of a deal. Ozzie Smith's in the house. We see this card a lot, actually, in these packs. And that's probably why they don't sell very well. Bobby Bowe, rocking the Queens uniform. Mark Clark. Greg Jeffries. There you go. I head down to the local card shop right now and start my retirement. Can't think of Charlie Hayes without thinking of the 96 World Series. He made the last out. If you can't recall, and I know I've played this clip before, but it goes a little something like this. Another chance to the left side. Hayes waits, and the Yankees are champions of baseball. You could check it out. Pretty sure I have the timing perfect on that. Damon Berryhill. Ron Gant. You know, this is something I don't like, and I know if you've watched any of my videos, you heard me complain about landscape cards in the past. In fact, I'm creating a pretty exciting, Matt Noakes, a pretty exciting Todd Zeal, Roberto Hernandez. Sorry, I cut myself off. An exciting platform for us to trade, sell, and just show off our cards of all types. And in doing so, there's going to be a featured card where you can kind of show off, you know, whatever card you think is the coolest in your set or the one you want to sell the most right then and there. I didn't realize these were upper deck. That's cool. Nowhere on the front does it say upper deck. Oh, there it goes. So, yeah, in the feature card, you can't put a landscape card. That's my decision. Okay. Who's that, Aikman? I don't even know. Mark Ripien. Okay. Redskins in the house. Stellar season that year. Oh, cool. I got 2 of those, so if anybody wants both of those. Oh, and Steve Young. You know what? These might be going to SG. I'm going to have to look these up because I can't. I mean, again, I'm not a football searcher, so I don't really know, or a collector, I guess is the right word. Oh, it is Troy Aikman. Good on me. But I don't see these popping up a lot, so that's cool. That could be really cool, actually. We'll see. I'm thinking that pack probably paid for all these, vis-a-vis $4 in value. All right, so this is going to be exciting. Classic Tall Boys. And this, too, is confusing. If you know about sending in tall cards to get graded or even to COM-C, because I also have a really cool pack that I opened from non-sports. I think there were Aliens, like the movie Aliens, Sigourney Weaver and all that. They were also very high gloss, beautiful cards, but I have no way to like protect them or anything. So they're just sitting in a bag. I'm not sure if that's going to cut it for COM-C. These are already cool though. Unfortunately, none of these names are jumping out. Checklists always jump out. Love a good checklist. Jamal Mashburn. Okay, there's a name I remember. Brent Scott. And I'm also noticing these are all college. So that's okay. So Jamal Mashburn in college. Sam Cassell played for the Clips. Oh, we got something stuck here. Who's it going to be? Let's think. 1993. And we still don't know if these are 92, 93. So we could have a Leitner back there making the shot. Doug Edwards. Not Leitner, but still, that's a cool card. Now, I would imagine they decided, you know, there's really not enough profit in making these, but there could be. I mean, I would still rather pay for a card. I mean, not that stupid size. That could be the issue. But the quality of photography, we see it a little bit. I ripped some 2025 with my friend the other day, and there's nice looking cards in there, but nothing really mind-boggling. And that's the thing too. It's like, it's not across the board where they're cool. All right, we're going to rip at least one of these right now. They're not across the board awesome, but every once in a while you'll get like an image variation. Those pictures are usually taken by somebody who knows photography and wants to really make it look cool. But then you see a lot of them are just photoshops from other years, or even worse, Getty images. So let's see, a pack right off the top. We got the Ted Williams in here right now. That'd be so cool. And I think, yeah, we'll just do the one. That way, I mean, I still have 36 packs per, and I have 3 more of those sealed, or maybe 2 sealed in that one. And the glue is strong on this one. That's probably a good sign. Juan Guzman. Toronto. Shout out to baseball fans in Toronto. I did not realize how, I don't know if diehard's the right word compared to their hockey fandom, but Canada does have a lot of good baseball fans. And that's kind of annoying that we don't, and there's really no good baseball coverage at all anymore. Here we go. Tom Goodwin down at the Ravine. The Asheville Tourists. Shout out to Western North Carolina. Plus everything we did in the 90s, like posing like that too. For that would be like all minor leagues, all your high school teams. If you played any high school sport at any level, whether JV, freshman football, varsity, you have a picture of you're standing somewhere in some kind of pose. Oh, Frank Thomas. That's dope. He goes to the stack. And yeah, that's what I was getting back to. So if we're talking about a professional level player, I'd like to see him in action. Other things, that's fun to see. I just don't want to see it in 2025 though. I've had enough of it. Todd Stottlemyre. Mark Carrion. Tom Browning. Portugal. Tommy Green. All right, are we going to... I don't think that's going to be... That's not it. Well, Kyler. Enricato. And Guzman. You know what? That's not enough endorphins. All right, recording for 13 minutes. I can chop that down to 8. Let's go through this one quick. We got this. Oh, look at that. KGJ. Auto. Psych. But you looked up too, didn't you? Most exciting player. Indeed, he is. Trust, though, it's not going to ComC. If you want one of these cards that we saw here, other than those NFL ones that I still have to look up, just let me know, dude. None of them is worth more than a stamp that I'd put on the envelope. But if you can deal with, hey, I'll take that in a couple days, and it just pops into your mailbox one day. Ramon. You see a lot of Ramon. This card specifically, that picture. I'm not sure if you just saw that, but my screen just flashed. I'm not sure if that's the camera, the connection, or my monitor. I'd have to imagine it's the camera. Bip Roberts in the house. See, that's a good picture. That's San Diego weather. Jim Abbott, there's another one. You get a million of these. Indians checklist. Greg Swindell. Seen that card a couple times. Dave Segui. Orioles legend. And again, I'm going to make the same prediction that I made last year. Last year I got close. This year's World Series will be the Dodgers and Baltimore. And trust, I will take the train down to Baltimore to go check out a game. I probably will anyway. I've never been. That's one of the few that I haven't been to. I was thinking about that the other day. Phil Plantier. I haven't been to Baltimore. I haven't been to Kansas City. I haven't been to Arizona, Seattle. Oh, the Floridas for some reason. They're just too far out of the way. And Florida in the summer doesn't really. But maybe I'll go in the spring sometime when I retire. I don't know. But yeah, I've been to a lot of baseball stadiums, and that's my favorite thing is going to a different baseball stadium. And then when you see that team like on their highlights, even if it's a team you don't like the Red Sox, for example, once you go to Fenway Stadium, you can't hate the Red Sox anymore. You might not like them, might not root for them, but going to Fenway completely changed my attitude after Game 5 of 2018 when I was sitting with Red Sox fans. They were directly in front of me, and we had a completely different experience. And even after the game, it was a completely different experience because it was like, you guys are legit fans. You didn't just show up like the 2017 Astros people. You flew across the entire country rocking a hat that you bought 40 years ago to watch your team win. I respect that. So I'll always have respect for Red Sox fans, most Yankee fans and Mets fans as well. It's hard to say. I'm going to shoot myself in the foot if I keep talking too much. And that's something that always happens. But now I've been talking for 16 minutes. good news. If you're still watching, thank you, by the way. I did get a new microphone set up, I don't know what they call it, interface, all kinds of new audio equipment that I just haven't set up yet because I'm going to start a podcast unrelated to all this, but you will start noticing the voice quality to get better and better as time goes on once I'm, less busy. I think I started talking about why I'm so busy right now with that trading card social media platform. I don't want to give too much of that away or paint a vision in your mind where you're like, oh, this is going to be the best thing in the world. Oversell it and you're like, oh, this kind of sucks. It won't suck, by the way. It's going to be mind-boggling. I just said I wasn't going to do that. All right, I'll talk to you next time. Peace.